Hey guys, this is the CanadianBaconer, and in this video, we are going to be talking about the latest details for the upcoming expansion pack for Battlefield 1 called They Shall Not Pass. Now, there is a lot of information to cover in this video, and if you guys are excited, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to this channel if you guys are not subscribed already for the latest and greatest in Battlefield 1 information and news. But without further ado, let's get into it. So first up, we have 4 all new maps coming with this expansion pack. First up is Verdun Heights. The opening barrage of the Battle of Verdun created massive forest fires in which players will fight for domination. This is an uphill battle towards the massive fortresses of Verdun, a constant grinding struggle where the artillery never stops, where the forge and the Devil's Anvil continues to consume even the bravest combatants. So first up, this looks really cool. I really do like the forest in the background that's actually on fire. I know that's really cynical to say, but I think overall it would be really cool to see from a visual standpoint. Moving on is Fort Vaux. The first big engagement inside a fort during World War I takes place in the dark underworld of Fort Vaux. Down in the maze of dark galleries and whetstone corridors, French and Germans fight ferociously with grenades, guns, bayonets, and flamethrowers. Watch your corners. So this seems to be a very close quarters kind of a map. I really do enjoy my close quarters, like getting all up in people's faces and just taking them out. I really do enjoy that style of gameplay, just like we had way back in Operation Locker and Operation Metro for BF4, BF3, all that stuff. And if this is anything like those maps, this should be very fun to play on. Moving on is Soissons. Take part in one of the biggest tank assaults of World War I, the French 10th Army moves to take back Soissons using their powerful Saint-Chamond tanks. Planes, tanks, and infantry clash in the beautiful French countryside in the early hours of a summer day. So this map particularly looks very similar to other maps that we have in BF1 currently, and I'm just interested to see what this map is going to have to offer. Of course, we have the open fields, but then when you get a little bit closer, you have that little town in the center. So I expect there to be sections of towns that would act as control points or something like that in Conquest. Now, last but not least, Rupture. In dire need to capture key bridges across the Enns River, the French find themselves back into the battlefields where poppies grow over a rusty wreck from previous tank battles. It might seem calm, but this maze of steel beasts provides an excellent place for those who plan an ambush. This does look very cool as well. I like the aesthetic with all of the flowers and everything everywhere. It seems like there might actually be a trench right there. I'm not 100% sure, but if that is a trench, expect some trench warfare gameplay. That should be really cool, especially with the amazing scenery. Now moving on, we do have one new game mode that has been introduced for this DLC called Frontlines. So essentially, Frontlines is a mix of Rush and Conquest, very similar to Chainlink, where you have multiple objectives and you essentially fight over these multiple objectives. And essentially, once you have enough objectives captured, it basically turns into Rush, where there's an attacking team and a defending team. And it seems very similar to Chainlink, like I said before, but I guess we're really going to have to see some gameplay to get a concrete idea of what this game is going to be like. So as everybody expected, we do have a brand new behemoth coming with this expansion pack called the Char 2C tank. Now these never really saw any action because they were developed towards the end of the war and they were essentially prototypes. But just to give you guys a good sense of scale, these Char 2C tanks were absolutely massive. I can only imagine as a behemoth, this would have upwards of 8, 10, or even 12 people just buried in this tank, just absolutely causing chaos. Now, I don't expect this to be too powerful considering the fact that this is not on rails like the train or the boat or the airship. It actually moves a lot more freely on the battlefield. So there has to be some kind of weakness to taking out this tank because it would suck to get killed by this thing. It probably moves kind of fast, has a lot of firepower since there's going to be a lot of people inside this tank. And I would assume it would have a lot of armor as well because it is, of course, a behemoth. I honestly think it would be a bad decision to make this thing too powerful because, it moves a lot faster than other vehicles or behemoths. Now, something that I was not expecting from this expansion was a new elite class, the Trench Raider. Now, essentially, the Trench Raider is equipped with a Brutal Raider Club, which is essentially like an upgraded melee weapon and upgraded club, as well as an arsenal of grenades. Now this could vary, this could be hand grenades, sticky grenades, or even grenade launchers. Just expect a lot from this elite class. Now I'm really looking forward to this first expansion. I really hope it offers what people want to see. I just want more gameplay, more content from Battlefield 1. So it seems like with this expansion, we're going to be getting a lot more content and hopefully a lot more better gameplay experiences. Now, there's no confirmation on whether or not we're going to be getting new weapons. I hope we get at least a couple new weapons or a couple new gadgets or something. But right now this does seem like a substantial amount lot of content to work with for the first expansion. But yeah, that's actually going to wrap up this video. But if you guys enjoyed, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed already for the latest and greatest in Battlefield 1 information and news. But as always, thank you guys for checking out this video, and this has been the CanadianBaconer. Stay crispy, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.